In architecture, there's always this idea that the work speaks for itself. If your portfolio is amazing, clients will just find you.
Right.
But looking at this research from Samyak Online, that feels a little optimistic now. They're basically arguing that by 2026, if your firm isn't machine readable, you might as well be invisible.
It's a huge reality check. I mean, we're shifting from a visual economy to a data economy. Samyak Online's whole point is that the gatekeeper has changed.
How so?
It used to be, what, a magazine editor?
Yeah.
A referral from an old client? Now it's an algorithm. And the thing is, algorithms don't have eyes. They read code.
Okay, that's the part that I think is hard to grasp.
Yeah.
How do you translate something like a mid-century modern aesthetic into something a machine can actually understand and respect?
Well, that's the thing. It's not just about, stuffing keywords onto a web page anymore. That's the old way.
So what's the new way?
We're looking at really 3 different layers of optimization. You've got AI SEO, then LLM SEO, and finally semantic SEO.
Okay, let's break those down because they sound kind of similar, but the source material is very clear they're not. Let's start with AI SEO.
AI SEO is all about fighting for what's called position zero. So when a potential client asks their phone, who designs sustainable luxury homes near me, they don't get 10 blue links.
They just get an answer.
They get one answer. AI SEO is all the technical work you do to convince the search engine that your firm should be that single authoritative answer. You're basically trying to become the AI's first draft.
That makes sense for live search. But the second one, LLM SEO, that feels, I don't know, a bit trickier. That's for things like ChatGPT, right?
Exactly. And this is where it gets a little more abstract. LLMs, they work on probability. They predict the next word based on all the data they've been trained on.
So you're trying to influence the training data.
So in a way, yeah. LLM SEO is about creating so much high-quality, structured content that the model starts to statistically connect your firm's name with phrases like, say, commercial building design or LE certified services.
Yeah.
You're literally teaching the model who you are.
Wow. That sounds almost impossible to measure. How do you even control that process?
And that brings us to the third pillar, semantic SEO. This is your control mechanism. It all comes down to something called schema markup.
Okay, define that for us.
It's basically a layer of code on the back end of your website. It's invisible to humans, but it tells the machine, hey, this isn't just the word green, this is a specific concept. Environmental sustainability.
So it removes the ambiguity.
It completely removes it. It connects your firm to specific services and locations. The AI doesn't have to guess. It knows.
So you're building this metadata map of your own reputation? But I have to play devil's advocate for a second.
Go for it.
Architects sell a physical, emotional thing. At some point, doesn't a human have to actually see a picture of the building?
Oh, 100%. And the data from Samyak Online totally backs that up. This whole machine-readable thing is just the delivery system.
It gets them to the door.
Exactly. Once the human gets there, the visual portfolio is still king. That's why they also stress local SEO and having a perfect Google business profile. You need the code to get found, but you need the project tours and photos to actually convert them.
The reputation management part also seemed really important in their notes.
It's crucial. It's the social proof. Think about it. The AI recommends you, and what's the first thing the person does? They go look for reviews to see if you're legit. It's a 2-step process. Convince the robot you're an authority, then convince the human you're trustworthy.
This all sounds like a massive amount of work, though. We're not just talking about a monthly blog post here.
It's heavy lifting, for sure. Samyak Online has been at this for over 20 years, and they even say it's intense. They actually used a testimonial from a client, Shemanikak, who was super blunt about it.
I saw that when he called the whole thing tedious and time-consuming.
He did. But he also said it was the only thing that finally pushed their site scores into the green zone.
And that green zone is all about the website's technical health, right? Speed, stability.
Yeah, core web vitals. It's the plumbing. It's not sexy, but it's the foundation everything else is built on. The real question is, do you want to do the tedious work? Or do you want to lose the client to the firm down the street that did?
It's the difference between being a hidden gem and being a market leader.
That's it. It's about visibility and authority in this new era of intelligence search.
Which I think leaves us with a pretty provocative thought to end on. If AI and these large language models are becoming the main filter for how clients find architects, does optimizing for the machine now matter more than having the most beautiful portfolio? It's a really uncomfortable question for a creative industry. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.